game, of course, is to get to 270 electoral votes on Tuesday night. So let's head up to our NBC News Election Center for a look at the map with NBC's political director, moderator of Meet the Press, Chuck Todd. Chuck, good morning. Good to see you. I'm looking at your map right there. You've got Hillary Clinton in this moment at 274 electoral votes,
right
clearing her of the 270.
It is, and it shows you this is Donald Trump's frustration here, is that look at this, right? He can win Florida, North Carolina, Ohio. Of course, we've already given him Iowa. Throw in Arizona, Utah, and New Hampshire. And let's do this remaining electoral vote in Nebraska. And he's 6 short. So why Michigan? Well, see, Michigan would put him. That's all he would need. He wouldn't have to do that. But here's something that I'm very focused on is look at what happens if she carries Florida. She can afford to lose Michigan here. And in fact, she could afford to lose a Colorado under that scenario and still be there. She could afford to lose another Nevada and still be over 270. The point I'm making here is if you want to talk about a checkmate state, we can talk about all these other states that we want. Florida, at the end of the day, is going to end up being the most important state here that we're talking about because the math for Trump is impossible without the state of Florida.
So, Chuck, without spoiling things for the rest of the country, is it fair to say that when that last poll in Florida closes at 8 o'clock in the northwest part of the state, that this race could be over?
Well, we'll see. Look, all the signs of Hispanic turnout in Florida seem to be pointing to record turnout. And that surge, maybe that makes up for the stagnant turnout among African-American voters, unless that does change over the next 48 hours. But you could tell there are a lot of very nervous Republicans this weekend as they've been digging through that early vote and seeing who showed up to the polls. We don't know how these folks actually voted, but when you see the demographic makeup of who has showed up in Florida, it has Republicans very concerned that perhaps Trump is going to come up short.
All right, Chuck Todd gassing up the map a little early for us this morning. Chuck, thanks so much. You'll have much more analysis and insight, of course, on Meet the Press coming up a little later this morning. Now,
hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.